Miguel Cabrera will get his first opportunity here in Game 7, and obviously a lot riding on every at-bat at this point.
Yeah, it's win or go home, and this is where you really have to start to lean on your stars. So he's going to have a lot of pressure on his shoulders to come up with something big.
And this ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And they'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here it comes, 2-1. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. What's the call here?
I still don't think I throw him a strike. There's a good chance that he's going to be chasing something, expand the zone, so you make him show you that he can hold back.
Here's the payoff pitch. And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. Swinging a ground ball to first. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Yeah, and that's a 2-out error right here in the first inning. Now, you hate to prolong any inning, but especially the first one. Now you're going to force your guy to face another dangerous hitter in this inning when he should be relaxing in the dugout.
Victor Martinez will get a shot here in the inning after all, as that 2-out error could really turn out to have some major consequences.
Yeah, anytime you give this guy an at-bat, especially with a runner on base that he otherwise wouldn't have had, you're asking for trouble.
The fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
He knows he should be out of the inning already, but he's got to pick up his defender behind him and get out of this.
And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. Markakis will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Tigers leave 1. Tigers nothing. Orioles coming up. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And there you see how Buck Showalter's Orioles will line things up. And getting his final warm-up tosses in, there you see the numbers for one of the very best starters in the game, All-Star right-hander Justin Verlander. And a quick look now at the defensive alignment behind him for Detroit. Nick Markakis will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
Leading off for the Orioles, right fielder, Nick Markakis.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. And this pitch is hit hard as it'll fall into right field for their first hit of the ball game.
So far, so good. They get a scoreless top of the first and now a leadoff single to start things in their half.
Alejandro De Aza will stand in now, and he'll likely have a look down to third to see if anything's up here with nobody out. And a high strike there, 0-1. He took a big swing that time as he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And Cabrera will take this one for the first out.
Batting third, center fielder,
Adam Jones will get his first opportunity now. Runner still at first with one away. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. And Jones takes this one for a ball, 1-1. Swung on and missed, 1-2 now. Comes set, now the pitch. And he fights this one off to stay alive. And here's a big swing as he sends this one in the air out toward deep center. Davis back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
And on the mound, he's got to hope he doesn't have to suffer through watching too many more of those off the bat.
hitter, Nelson Cruz.
Nelson Cruz will get his first cuts here with 2 gone now and a runner at first. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
goes right with the fastball, and this is stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Markakis will take the turn and head for home. And the opening salvo is fired here as they take a 1-0 lead.
And after that leadoff single, it looked like he might work out of the first inning unscored upon. But there is just no conviction behind this pitch, and he gets turned around into an RBI double that pushes across the opening run of this game.
Steven Pierce will stand in here for the first time, looking to pick up that runner from second with 2 away here. Hit hard on the ground to short. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Yeah, not exactly the time to raise the warning flags just yet, but it's not often you'll see him give up 3 hits in the first inning. It's easy to sit here and say, maybe he doesn't have his best stuff, but it wouldn't surprise me at all to see him run off a string of 8 in a row either.
So it's first and third with 2 away, and in steps the shortstop, J.J. Hardy. Low for ball 1.
Now here's a spot with a run home already. That looks nice on the scoreboard, but if you could put up a 2 or even a 3 spot here in the first, that could really go a long way against a guy like this.
And he falls behind now, 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
3-0 now.
You need to be awfully careful here. The runners at the corners, that's bad enough. You do not want to load the bases here in the very first inning.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. That's in there, 3-1. Well, this first inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here in the worst way.
Yeah, and you don't want to get caught having to play catch-up this early in the ballgame, so you're right. He's got to work his way out of this jam right now.
And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Boy, the command, not really good right now to start this ballgame. Already that's 3 hits now and a walk he's given up. He's really laboring through this first inning of work.
Ryan Flaherty will dig in here with a chance early on to give his pitcher a little cushion to work with. And that's dead center for strike 1.
And that's what he needed here with 2 outs. He couldn't afford to fall behind another guy here in the inning, so that's a good job to jump in that driver's seat with strike 1.
And a fastball runs a bit too far inside as he's got to step out of harm's way there.
And with the bases loaded, why not take one for the team right there and let that pitch hit you? It could have been a run.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 2 out, bases loaded. Oh, and he's waiting on the fastball that time as he belts one high and deep to right center. And that ball is out of here. It's a grand slam. So he will touch him all on the grand slam. His first homer so far in the series as the Orioles have opened things up now 5-0.
I'm not so sure this pitcher knows what just hit him. I mean, this has all happened so fast. If he's hoping to get out of here down 1-0 in the first, think again. It's now 5-0 after the grand slam, and that's going to be a tough one to bounce back from.
Number 36 will get his first opportunity now as he'll become the 8th man to bat here in the first with 5 runs